Hello lovely beaders. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to show you the mini Christmas tree. This is a quick and simple project, perfect for the holidays. You can make these to use as gift tags, small ornaments, or even lovely earrings. The main part uses delica beads. For the decoration, feel free to use any small beads and colors you like, to make it truly unique. Start by stringing 4 delica beads. Slide the beads down on your thread and tie a double knot with the thread ends. This makes a circle with the beads. Step out from the first delica bead after the knot. String a delica bead between every bead of the starting circle. We are working in a spiral, so there is no turning. But to start the next row, you must make a step up at the end of the row. To do the step up, go through the last bead of the starting circle and the first bead of this row. Now string 2 delica beads between the delica beads strung in the previous row. This is the first increase row of 3. These rows will create the layered look of the tree. From the next row you will see these double beads forming a V shape. It is important to recognize these beads from the V shape later. To start the next row you must step up at the end of the row. This step up must land between the 2 beads of your first double unit. In this row, string a delica bead between the 2 beads of the delica unit. And string a delica bead between the delica units as well. In total you need to string 8 single delica beads in this row. Are you worried about losing your rhythm? Maybe you cannot see where your row ends. Here's a quick tip for you. Count out 8 beads right at the start of the row. When you string that 8th one, you will know the row is finished and it is time for your step up. Make a simple peyote row. You will string 8 delica beads before the step up. I will speed up the video now because you do not need to watch me string the rest of the beads. Don't forget to step up for the next row. From now on your beadwork will not be flat if you keep the tension strong. Make another row of peyote. Don't forget to step up. Look how nicely my beadwork is starting to dome. Let me show you how to figure out when to do the next increase. Do you see the V shapes? The new increase must be placed right above them. We need one more peyote row now. This way the new double unit will sit exactly above the V shape from the previous section. So make another peyote row. Don't forget to step up. Do you see how my beadwork is getting tube-shaped? This is going to be the top of the Christmas tree. For a bigger tree, you can always extend this section by adding 2 extra peyote rows. But I like mine small and a bit chunky, perfect for an earring. So I am starting the next section right now. I will string new double beads right above the previous increase units. My thread is coming out exactly below the V shape, so I will string a double bead instead of a single bead right away. We will string double beads in every second gap in this row. This way we place the new increase right above the previous increase. So if we started with a double bead, the next will be single, then double again, and then single again. Repeat this pattern all the way around. You will have a total of 4 increases and 4 single beads in this row. The step up will land between the 2 beads of your first double delicas. String 1 delica bead in every gap, including the gap between the double beads. You will string 12 beads in total before the step up. I made the tree by making each section longer than the previous one. The first was 4 rows. For this section we will do 6. Don't forget to step up for the next row. The new section looks a little square after this row, but the next few rows will shape it nicely and make it round. Now start a new peyote row. This will be your second row in this section. I will speed up some parts of this section because it is the exact same step over and over. You can easily slow down the video speed in your YouTube settings if you want to see it in real time. Don't forget to step up. Start the third peyote row. I always get lots of ideas for variations while I am beading, and I promise myself to make them later. But I usually forget all the cool changes I wanted to make and just jump into a new project instead. Step up for the next row. Start the fourth peyote row. My idea was that instead of small earrings, I could make a really huge version of the tree. I would use bicones or faceted beads for the decorations. I do not think I will have time to make it though. Step up for the next row. Start the fifth peyote row. My thread is running short now. I will secure the thread off camera and start a new one to finish the tree. Please don't be surprised when you suddenly see a long thread again. Step up for the next row. Start the sixth peyote row. This is the sixth row in this section. We are making great progress. The next row will be the increase row, starting our final section. We have already beaded half of the entire tree. Don't forget to step up for the next row. We increase again in this row. Find the V shape of your last increase so you know where the new double beads will be placed. My row is starting well, so I can begin with the increase. String 2 delica beads above the V shape. String a delica bead in the next 2 gaps to reach the next space for the increase. Repeat around. Our final section will be 8 rows long. After this row, I will speed up the remaining rows because we are doing the exact same steps again. Don't forget to step up for the next row. Make 8 peyote rows to complete the full size of the Christmas tree. In the first row, string 1 delica bead between the increase beads 2. You will string 16 delica beads in total in each of these rows. Do not forget to step up at the end of every row. You know, just 2 years ago, I never even dreamed of putting my patterns on YouTube. I only taught my students in person or made patterns using drawings and photos. Then I felt I had to film myself beading some of my patterns because it's really hard to show exactly where the thread needs to go just with drawings. That's how I started loving video content creation. But making these videos takes so much time away from my other work. It takes days to finish one video. I have to design and test the pattern first, then I film the beading process. After that, I take photos and short clips of the finished jewelry. And then the editing starts. Cutting the video alone takes more than a full day. The final result is sometimes only 10 minutes, but I cut it together from many hours of footage. I add the narration, find the music, and write all the texts needed for the upload. Some people think I am crazy for spending so much time every week on something that doesn't bring in any money yet. But I have a dream that one day I will be able to make a living from this work. I'm not there yet, but with your help, I can take a step forward. Speaking of which, I hope you are enjoying this tutorial. If you find value in the content I share, there are simple ways to help me keep going. Please consider subscribing to the channel, giving this video a like, or even leaving a quick comment to say hi. These things are completely free for you to do, but they are a huge help for the channel's growth. You can also support my work by checking out my other patterns on Etsy or buying a piece of my finished jewelry. Your support and engagement help this channel reach more people, so thank you for being a part of this journey. You can find all the links in the description below. Thank you again for all your help and support. My mini Christmas tree base is finished. Before I start the decoration, I will secure the thread end. Just lead the thread away from the knot so you can safely cut it. The The next step is placing the headpin at the top of the tree. First string a bigger bead onto the headpin. Then push the headpin through the starting circle. Now string the bicone onto the headpin as well. Carefully bend the headpin. And make a loop at the end. Make the loop gently so you do not break the bicone. We will start the decoration at one of the corner beads. The corner bead is the bead that sits in the row right above one of the V shapes. String 3 red, 1 white, 3 red and 1 white seed beads. Then go through the first bead of the next corner row. That is the first delica bead right below the V shape. String the same unit of seed beads again. Go through the last delica bead of the second corner row in the last section. This completes another diagonal decoration. Repeat these 2 steps once more to complete this decoration row. Lead your thread up to the first delica bead below the last V shape. This will be the starting bead for our next decoration row. This section is narrower, so fewer beads are needed for the decoration. String 2 red, 1 white, 2 red and 1 white seed beads. Then go through the delica bead below the V shape at the top of the second section. String the same seed bead unit again. Go through the delica bead below the V shape formed by the increase of the last section. Repeat the last 2 steps once more to complete this decoration row. We just need to secure the thread now. Go through the beadwork back and forth at least 3 times. This will secure the thread before you cut it. I will use my mini Christmas tree as an ornament. I pass a gold thread through the loop, not the ends, and then I am finished. If you want earrings, put an ear hook onto the loop and make the matching pair. Tell me in the comments what you will make from yours. I would love to hear your plan. If you finish your tree, please tag me on social media so I can see your finished work. And that's the end of today's video. If you watched it and liked it, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for spending time with me. See you next week.